Review Master is really lucky to be visiting with Rick Oxendine. Rick is the Executive Director of the Guilford Native American Association. Did you get that right?
You got it right. Thank you.
And one reflection of that, one embodiment of that is the Native American Gallery.
Yes.
Is that correct? The Native American Gallery, which is right over there, right beside us, here at the Greensboro Cultural Center. And we wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on with the association and the upcoming Pow-wow. But I always start by asking, Rick, how'd you get here? How'd you come to Greensboro? Tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Okay. I came to Greensboro in 2000 to take over the position as Executive Director of the agency. And so I'm in my 17th year now.
It's a good stretch.
Yeah, it is. It's a good stretch, especially for a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it here. Glad to be here. I moved here from Chapel Hill, Carborough area.
Okay.
So, yeah, December will be 17 years.
Yeah. So if you need to get back to Carborough or Chapel Hill, it's not far.
It's not far at all.
Yeah.
So
are you involved because of your own Native heritage, Native American heritage?
Yes.
To some degree?
Yeah, I am a member of the Lumbee tribe, originally from Robeson County.
Okay.
Went to school in Chapel Hill, and then just continued living there after graduation.
And what was your degree in?
Economics.
Okay.
So, which ties in with this job because we're always seeking funding, looking for money. So
the Lumbees, is the Native American Association predominantly Lumbee, or is it a real mixture of tribes?
It's a mixture. There are 8 tribes in the state of North Carolina, and there are members of each of those 8 tribes here in Greensboro, as well as a fair number of Navajo, Lakota,
really,
and a few other tribes from up north.
Okay.
And I always wonder, how do you get to Greensboro from Arizona, New Mexico, and New York, and South Dakota? But usually they end up coming here. One member will come for work, and then later a brother or sister will come, and another family member, and so it grows.
And before long, you have a small pocket of Navajo Indians in Greensboro.
Exactly, and a little bit of the history of why we are here is back in basically it started following World War II, and especially in the 50s and 60s. Indian people came to Greensboro because it was the textile capital of the world during that time. They came here seeking job opportunities. They could come here and work in the textile mills. Didn't require any prior training in that field, didn't require a college education or even a high school education. And most of our people came from rural tribal communities and reservations. And like I said, looking for better job opportunities. And so it grew and grew. And in the mid-70s, our Indian children were not doing well, performing well in the Greensboro City Schools, which is what they were at that time. And so a group of Indian parents got together and said, how can we work with the school system to address these issues and improve the educational opportunities for our children? And so that's how the agency came about and was formed in September of 1975 as a 501c3 nonprofit organization to address educational issues in Guilford County. Since that time, the agency has grown. We serve 11 counties now in the Triad region.
Wow.
And those counties are designated by the federal government because we do receive federal funding for some programs. So we've been designated to serve 11 counties. However, the bulk of our people do live in Greensboro, High Point, followed by Winston-Salem, and a few that are scattered in the more rural counties. And altogether, we have slightly more than 6,000 in the Triad region that reside here.
So is the city of Lumberton in part of that group? Lumberton itself is not, is that?
It's the county seat of Robeson.
Right.
And yeah, that's Robeson, Cumberland, Hoke, and Scotland counties are where the majority of the Lumbee tribe resides. That's considered their tribal territory.
Okay.
And then the other 7 tribes in the state have areas throughout the state of North Carolina where their tribal lands are.
So the gallery here to the citizens of Greensboro it acts sort of as an interface, right, to the Native American population of the city. Can you say that?
Yes, most of the programs that we operate, job training programs and social service programs, we deal strictly with the Indian community. The gallery is the cultural arm of the agency, and we use it to promote Indian artists and Indian art. And it was established in 1990. It's been in operation since that time. And we try to educate the public on Native American art, because most people, when they think of Indian art, they think of trinkets and crafts and stuff. However, we do have an incredible number of artists who are talented and work in all different areas of art, different mediums, and who produce really fine art. And so we want to promote that, expose the Greensboro Triad community to Indian art. And we work with our artists in teaching them marketing, how to get their work out there and get it seen, and so people can purchase it. Most Indian artists tend to do their work and keep it within their communities, and we work with them to try and make a living, or at least earn some money from their art. So that's how the gallery came about, and it is the only Native American fine art gallery in the southeastern United States.
I had no idea.
Believe it or not, it is.
And is there a lot of North Carolina art in it?
Yes.
Native American North Carolinians?
Yes, we do 4 exhibits each year in March, June, September, and December. And usually one of those 4 exhibits each year is national. It's from an artist not from North Carolina. The other 3 are usually North Carolina artists.
Super. And the best way to find out about that is through the website?
Yeah, right now our website is down. We're redesigning it, but you can go to our Facebook page.
Okay.
Guilford Native American Association.
People love Facebook.
And
we're on Facebook. Our show here. We're streaming to Facebook today.
That's what I heard. So go to our Facebook for information about some of the things that we're doing, about the art gallery, and about our upcoming powwow in September.
So let's talk a little bit about the powwow.
Okay.
Well, yeah, let's talk about the powwow. It's back.
Yes.
Is this the first year it's been back since moving out of the city?
No, this will be our 4th year back in Greensboro.
It did leave the city, though, for...
We went to the Lake Juneau Park in Liberty for 2 years.
Okay.
And then, because it was free.
There you go.
And the people in that area were very interested in bringing a cultural event to the Liberty area. So they were very supportive of it. However, our people in Greensboro and Winston-Salem and High Point weren't too happy about it, so we brought it back to Greensboro. And it will be September 15th through 17th this year at Greensboro Country Park.
Great place for it.
Yes, a beautiful location there, and it's always the 3rd weekend in September. A little bit about the powwow circuit. The East Coast powwow circuit runs from Connecticut to Florida. So from around the middle of March to the middle of October each year, artists, performers, dancers, drums, they travel the East Coast, because every weekend during those months there is a powwow somewhere. And each tribe and urban center have a set date. Like ours will always be the 3rd weekend in September. And we can't change that, because then we're going to encroach on someone else's weekend, and they're not going to be very happy.
Right.
So it's always the 3rd weekend in September. That's a good way to remember.
Okay. Mark your calendars for that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I do have another question for you, though. You know, oftentimes with a group that's so unique, like Native Americans, people that aren't Native American, they wonder, like, is there some way I can help, be involved? Volunteer how is that? What's the outreach from Native American, the Native American Association, to others in the city?
We encourage volunteers. We have many volunteers outside of the Indian community who will be working in our powwow. Employees from Bank of America, local Boy Scout troops, local college students will be volunteering. And it's a good opportunity. They volunteer for so many hours, and then they spend the rest of the day enjoying, the festivities. There'll be lots of dance competition, drum competition, specialty acts, specialty performances, honoring ceremonies, just a whole variety. Lots of arts and crafts vendors will be here. Food vendors who will be serving traditional Native American food as well as your standard, fair food, hot dogs, hamburgers, things like that.
Stuff we all know and love.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If you haven't been to the powwow, go. I'm just saying, it's a lot of fun. If you want to see some great craftsmanship that you can buy, there's a lot of that, and there's also a lot of food, and there's also some great entertainment. I guess you call it entertainment. It's,
Yes.
Cultural entertainment. The drummers go kind of nuts a little bit.
Yeah, drum competitions.
Yes.
Yes.
And the hoop dancers.
Yes, hoop dancers. We'll have a hoop dancer there, and it's fun for the public because they have the opportunity in the social dances to come into the arena and perform, and an opportunity to talk with the artists, the dancers, drummers, and talk with them personally, one-on-one.
Right. So how fun is that to
Yeah.
be able to go out and learn a dance? And
Yes, fun and educational.
yeah,
And it's a good family weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're looking for something to do with your kids,
Yes.
don't miss the powwow.
Yeah, they will love it. They always
Don't
do.
miss it, or else, or else don't let your kids know about it so that they won't know they missed it, because they're not going to forgive you. We always took our kids. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And there's no charge, right?
There is a fee.
Is there a fee to get in?
Kids 1 to 6 or 0 to 6 is free.
Okay.
7 to 13 is $5. 7 to 12. 13 to 60 is $7, and 61 and up is $5.
Okay.
We do offer group rates for classes, schools to come. We also offer 3-day passes for both.
It's a 3-day event.
Yes, it starts on Friday evening. The gates open at 5 p.m. and grand entry, or as we describe it, as the Parade of Nations, where all the dancers and drum groups and performers come into the arena, sort of Olympic style. And that begins at 7, followed by an honoring for veterans and active military duty. And then we go into the performances and dance. And then on Saturday, it starts at noon with the grand entry. Gates open at 10 a.m. and it goes all day until about 9:30 on Saturday evening. Sunday starts at 1 o'clock. Gates open at 11, and it goes until 6 p.m. on Sunday.
Well, so and the fee is for one pass for 3 days, or is it a daily thing?
It's a daily thing, or you can get a 3-day pass discount.
Get a
it is.
discount.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's the thing to check out. Because
Yes.
you want to go out to the Friday night. That sounds incredible.
Yeah, Friday night is sort of the opening, so there's no competition. It's just fun dancing and performances. And then the serious competition and different dance categories, as well as different age groups, start competition on Saturday and finish up on Sunday.
So you want to go out at least Friday night, and then maybe Saturday and or Sunday, and go hit lunch.
Yes,
And get you some good food.
Lots of food, and we will have 3 honoring ceremonies for members of our community who have passed away this past year.
Okay.
And those are always interesting to be a part of.
All right, awesome. That's great. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
fellow
it.
Chapel Hillian, Tar Heel. I went to school there myself.
Oh,
so.
really? Good
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
always good to meet a fellow Tar Heel.
It is.
Sorry, other people that don't like the hills. I'm sorry, I had to say that. So. All right. So hope you'll see us again.
I certainly will. And
stay in touch.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Rick Oxendine, Director of the Native American Association. Did I get that right?
Guilford Native.
Guilford Native American Association. Thanks to everyone who watched this live stream. We're going to wrap it up now. Hope you'll check in again next week. This has been Greensboro Viewmaster. Everybody take care.